Everyone, welcome to our very first episode of Candid View at Lux Lounge. Guess where we are headed today? To the paradise on earth, Papua New Guinea, which holds a very special place in my heart. We're going to meet a lady who is a devoted wife, a diligent mother, and yet a very strong, independent woman. So she is the wife of Honorable Minister of Papua New Guinea, Sashindran Muthuvel, and we are about to meet Shubha Shashindran Muthuvel. So let's go. So this is for our series called Candid View at Lux Lounge, and you are our very first celebrity guest. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you for welcoming. I wish you congratulations and all the best. And soon, very soon, you should do the 100th show. And that time we'll switch the chair. Okay, I will ask you the questions like, how did you perform
100%.
so well with it?
I will be looking forward to that. I will be really looking
So
forward.
dream big. The magic of thinking big. So your 100th show is going to be so soon.
Thank you so much. So first, let's start off for our audience. I know everyone knows you, but still, I want you to tell everybody about yourself.
Sure. Okay, I'm Shubha Sastindran. It's my pleasure to introduce myself. Club, but now if you ask me, like I can fly outside only my home because the responsibilities are more. And also I do business Hamamas trading. Once in a while I help my husband. And other than that, I'm a good writer. And all the small things I love everything. I want to show positive aspects in every parts of the life. And like I love moon and the light. I love chocolates and everything. Like ordinary women, how they enjoy everything. I do enjoy.
So I think this COVID time has taught us to enjoy the small things even more.
Of course, whatever we thought, like it is impossible for us to do, and everything that is possible only during this COVID-19. Like online classes, we never thought about the online classes. I shifted just because of the school. We shifted to Singapore, and now like in Singapore, the kids are schooling here and online. If the COVID has come before 3 years, now every day I say, oh, I should have even moved to Singapore. This is very good.
We all realize a lot of things, and what you said, small things, what you have been doing is the most important things of life that you have been doing always. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So we have
whatever, not only for me, I say all the ladies, whatever you have small things in your life, try to enjoy. Keep your, keep your souls very happy rather than like how you be. Sometimes, you want to be happy, but your mind is upset and heart will be aligning. There is no alignment. Only when the heart, mind and soul comes alignment, only then you get a true joy. Happiness is something goes and comes, but joy is different. That stays forever. So even the small things
comes from within.
Yeah. So, and be positive in all aspects of the life. This is a true principle. I always keep it.
It's a much needed principle. I'm sure all our followers will follow this principle from now on. So now let's move on to the quick question and answer round, which we are going to just get to know you more than what we actually know you. So what was the first what was the most important moment of your life which actually changed your life? I can say life changer of your life.
Okay, when I came to first time to PNG, and Sham was 1 year old, and not first time to PNG, after 1 year, Sham was 1 year old, and like everybody knows, like Shashi was with a very bad experience, like a rascal attack, and he was admitted in a hospital, and Sham was 1 year or 1.5 years. At the time, I was pregnant with Lalita, and so many things I couldn't even should I go back to India or should I stay back? And that time I decided, whatever happens, like even for the operations, everyone suggested to go either to Australia or to Singapore or to India. But I decided to stay back. Running is not a part of life. So let me stay here and do my best. Okay, so let me so that's the thing that changed my attitude and everything. Some things even I didn't even realize when I came to first time to home. I just came with one suitcase, and I didn't even know that I'm going to stay there for 2 months for operation and everything. Only with a few sets of dress, I managed the whole 2 months. and all the functions, all the prayers, including Navratri, and everything was done so perfectly. Yeah.
So
So
you learned how to
I learned, I can say, like how to face the problems and what is minimalism within 5 parts and everything, minimalism, and how to handle things moreover. And I thought one thing I put it in my mind was, I'm not going back without getting a success. Okay, success is my destination. Without solving all this problem, I'm not going to run away. Because the young generation want to know whatever it is, the problem. You have to solve it. Nobody will be interested in your life. So
correct.
you have to solve it. Okay, there is an instant noodles, instant coffee, instant tea, but there is no instant success. That also I need to say, because when they try first time, okay, they couldn't, then they just let go. Oh, we don't want, just jump from here and here. If you just plant a tree and you just take it from one plant to another side, and it's not going to grow. So just give some time to grow. So let it absorb the waters, observation. So for me, that 2 months was a lot of observation, how to handle the thing, how to handle the stress, and how to face the problems. And as I said, minimalism, so
Correct.
many things. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sure this will be really inspiring for many people who hear it, that there is no instant
Yeah.
formula to success. You have to work hard and
Yeah.
be persistent.
Work
That's a
hard.
great
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So now
Success is a
we
very
move on
slow
to
process.
next question. Who is your hero
Yeah.
or your inspiration? Anyone whom you get really
Nice.
inspired by? This would continue on the
Uh,
topic, I think, what we just spoke.
yes. Yes. Of course, it's all my husband, Sachin. In
Definitely.
my real life, hero is a hero. Yeah. So we know each other's even before the marriage. He's actually my mom's student, and like we know each other's, and he is the most responsible, and how I say is like he's such a wonderful guy. So always I used to take him as an inspiration, and like hardworking. I have to really learn hardworking. Even whatever it is, he wakes up in the morning and he goes to open the shop. At shop 6:30, you can see Shashi's car in Kimbe. Even now also, like Parliament, he goes on time.
That's good. So he
Punctuality.
is your inspiration, and
Yeah,
I'm sure we will be
definitely,
speaking
definitely.
to him
Yeah,
sometime during our one of our special episodes will be reserved for
yeah,
him. So that
yeah.
is
My inspiration will be only from my family, because I want like men also to be like positive attitude. Like most of the men, when they say like I want to be, this is for men. Okay, I'm just giving a piece of advice. When the children grow up, they say like you have to take an inspiration from the books. You have to be like Mother Teresa. You have to be so much of examples, but no man says that you have to be more responsible, more lovable, like your mother, like like your grandmother, and so many. We don't need to go and search for an inspiration outside the family. All the inspiration and everything should be inside, so we can learn and see each and every day.
correct. That is very true. So now, what something which I know, I think a lot of our friends also know that you are a very, very well-traveled person. And our Lux
Yes.
Lounge is always about travel. So we will not skip that
Yeah.
topic. So tell me
Yeah.
one place where you will live other than PNG. I know that PNG is always in our heart, it's our paradise.
Yeah.
But other than PNG, if you get a place that you have to live somewhere else, where would it be and why?
Okay, this was hard question. And okay, that's Singapore, no doubt about it. Singapore is most
Oh,
lovable place,
so you
and
enjoy your
it's a
time in
very
Singapore.
safest place. Yeah, a most safest place for to raise the kids. For example, I can give you one short story. Like once we misplaced our phones and laptops in the car.
Oh,
Okay, I went to the airport. It's on the way to the airport, 6 o'clock, and 8:20 is the PNG flight. So 6 o'clock, then after coming to the inside the counter, I realized that okay, my iPads and the bags was missing. So I really don't know, like I asked the counter guys, can I postpone my travel because I missed it, I have to go and search. Then he was, because I'm very new to Singapore, then this guy took, why you just give a phone call to the police and they will bring it back within half an hour time. are you joking? Like I was asking.
No.
No, you just tell what is your destination, where you got the taxi, and what is your destination. That's it. I gave my address, my postal code, and he was going ahead and giving my boarding pass. Everything was done. I said, like without getting my passport, like without getting my laptops and everything, I'm not going, and you issued my passport. Just trust me, you will get your iPad before you go. All the laptops, the bag will be there before you go. Then I just called up to the police. I said, like I just left my things in this car. I don't even know the car number, and I got the car from this place, and I got now in a airport, and I got my boarding pass also. Just realized within 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes, I got a call from the driver. He said, yes, just now I noticed that one of your bag is here, and let me know your address and location. At the moment I have a passenger, so I have to go and drop them. So I will drop them and I'll be back. So he just came exactly 7:05 and dropped the bag in the airport. So I just proceeded my journey. In any parts of the world, you can't expect.
And that is really an amazing story. So that would be a great place to live in without any tension. We understand that.
Any tension.
Singapore is the place. So now we are moving on to the next round. Okay. Tell us one thing which is the proudest moment of your life. You feel like that one thing, oh, that I will never forget. Proudest moment. I'm sure there would be many, but just pick one for us.
When Shashi won the first time election and Shyam won the car race.
Yeah,
and
that's what every day. Might have many, but yeah.
So and every day is a celebration with Lalita's dance and everything else. But the first time when Shashi won, it was like
most memorable,
most happiest moment.
Yeah. That's wonderful. So now we're going to move on to a little bit of a lighter thing, which is one of the funniest incidents which would have happened in your life. Now, just now you told us about such a nice thing in Singapore, which happened, which was like shows Singapore as the safest place. So which would be the most funniest or the most comedy scene of your life?
Okay. Comedy scenes, like so many things happens. Like was a good question.
That you remember.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. Okay. Like when we were traveling, as you said, we were traveling so much, when we are traveling, I didn't even realize the other guy next to me was, I thought Shashi, I was talking to Shashi, like in Hong Kong, Disney Island, and suddenly there was a lot of crowd, I didn't even realize, like I say, come, let's get a seat and let's go and sit. I just pull that guy, like, and I just make him to sit down. And after that, like I just see, oh, who is this guy? Who are you? I asked. You only pull. The guy was asking me. You pull me, and you're asking me. And that's the one.
I'm wondering if Shashi found it very funny because but what did Shashi think of it?
About the Hong Kong Disneyland, it was a crowded. When they opened the door, and everybody will. Because we were talking to each other for a long time, so I thought like he is next to me, and suddenly when the crowd was pushing, like he just went back to Lalita. Shyam, just like then I have to.
That's a good one. That's really funny.
Yeah, sure.
And then now you need to tell us one habit which you think you need to just get rid of that habit. So many people have so many habits which we think, oh, we need to get rid of it. It's hard to get rid of it, but we need to get rid of it.
I have to wake up early, at least at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Now I'm getting up early, but it is 7 o'clock, 7:50. But I need really to, I just sometimes ask my friends, who are chanting and praying, please wake me up at 4 o'clock, give me an alarm. So many of them tried, but that's it. Since our house is very close to the beach, even one of my friends was asking me, you will be enjoying the sunrise and sunset,
Correct.
But I say, I enjoy everyday sunset, but I don't know in my life how the sunrise is,
I'm not that want to be an early morning person.
Yeah, early morning.
That's good. And so now next we'll go and we'll ask you another question. Ever had like a moment where you met a celebrity and you felt like, oh, wow, I need to get his autograph or her autograph or something like that? Because I know that you've been meeting quite a lot of celebrities. That's why I'm asking you this question.
Yeah, exactly. That was Kamal. Recently I met Kamal, and he was into Deaf and Dumb college, a college in Alvarpet. And actually, I don't have a programs to go there. But since some invited, so I decided, okay, because so many fathers from that particular institution also working in Port Moresby. So I thought, okay, let me go and say hello to them. And I was in that intention. I never thought that I'm going to meet Kamal. In the next to me, he'll be sitting and I'm going to give a talk in front of him. I have no clue, no idea. But he's such a simple person, and he sometimes help you like with the points and everything else. And it was on a Women's Day, and the Women's Day speech what he gave was really, really inspiring me. And till now, like he said, like we normally, like periods and menstruation, we never talk to boys, like we, as if in the house also, we keep it so secret. And then Kamal was telling me, no, when we grow up the boys, then we have to teach them what is what, so that they will treat the women rightfully. So that's when he talked about, on March 8th, that was a topic. And Muruganandam, so why this topic came was Muruganandam, like Padman, the True Life Padman, he was also next to us. He was launching his mission. So when this topic came, and I was asking Kamal, yeah. So I was asking Kamal, so many boys, and what they are going to know about. Then Kamal was saying me, no, it's not a boy girl thing. Boys should know about it, and boys should buy. Even
true.
So
Kamal Haasan was your fangirl moment. So did you manage to get an autograph from him, or you took a picture with him?
Yeah. I used to take a picture, all the selfies, how selfies are possible.
So you've been lucky that you met Kamal Haasan in your life. So
no, the autograph has been taken by the selfies. Nobody nowadays gets autograph. Only that has been replaced by the selfies.
So if you take a selfie, that's as good as an autograph, and it's a lifelong memory. So that's good. Yeah. So now I need to know, what do you cook very well, and what is your best dish which everyone loves in the house?
Sambar rasam. That's my best.
Super. That's good. That's the authentic Tamil mom.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. And also now next, my almost last question. I know that you have a lovely collection of saris and jewelry and everything. I can see from your sari itself. So which has been the biggest shopping splurge you've done? In which country? India, I know, but just asking.
India. No other choice. Where do I go and buy all these saris from other part of the world?
So your biggest...
And one thing, like when I wear the sari and sit down for an interview, I feel like I'm a queen. Okay. In other dresses, I don't feel that comfort, like sometimes, I want to have some positive attitudes or anything else. I just go inside, tie some nice saris, put all the jewelries, and I feel like I'm the queen.
Okay.
So that other dresses cannot.
And I know that you do have a wonderful collection of saris, and we all really love it and admire it. So that's really good. And I guess you're giving a lot of chance to people back in India to give you these saris, like by promoting them, so they know that they make the saris. So that's
we have some foundation called Tamil Heritage Foundations. So we through that, and the weavers also, we have adapted few villages in so through them we make some designs, particular designs. Even if you want some designs, if you ask us, we can make it in bulk orders, the same designs with the letters or with your family names. Even if you have something in a mind other than that, painting and everything, so we can just make it. If it is for a wedding collection also, we have a lot of wedding collections. Like if you want, then the last time you have seen my Finland photo, like me and Shashi was having our photographs on the sari, and same like that, for a wedding couple. Then now we started making it with the photo collections of the wedding couple in the saris, and even all the favorite moments you can post it in the sari.
So everybody who is listening and who wants to get a sari will contact you. So we give them that message. So finally, Shubha, I'm so thankful that you actually came to start my thing. I want you to give a small message to the audience. I know that your interview has been really positive, and I'm sure it's going to inspire a lot of people who are watching it. Message at the end. During these tough times, we don't know what tough times everybody is going through. So let's just give them a positive message so they see our video and feel happy about it.
Okay. I don't know whether it's an inspiring message, but it is a message I want to give you. like those days we had a major problem of aborting the girl child, and so many things were going on. But now what is the real problem is not growing up the male child properly. So when you have a child in a home, okay, and especially the male child, just teach him everything that even you can take a promise, like when he goes outside, because of him then no ladies are going to hurt, nobody is. So you take the response, as a mother and everybody, it is a responsibility from the mother side. So we have to take, as all women, we have to, when our sons are going back, that they are not going to trouble any of the ladies outside, because nowadays we are having so much of problems. And so I just make it as a request, to everyone else, even for all the meetings, not only this meeting. When I go to all the meetings, I used to stress them. And for ladies especially, I want to give them is, be positive, do whatever you like to do, like don't lose yourself at the, like after marriage, so many of, then when I said, you have to achieve for yourself something, everybody say like they want to do rocket science. No, that doesn't mean everybody has to do the rocket science and everybody has to do the PhD and everything else. Whatever you love, whatever makes you feel happy, so keep doing it, even a cooking or making a rangoli or painting a sari, whatever it is. So just make your soul happy, make yourself happy, and make your family happy, make your surroundings happy. Yeah, so that's the most important thing.
Because I think the ladies would be the, like the pinwheel of the house, where everything revolves around them. So they need to be happy. They need to be satisfied and contented with whatever they do. They don't have to do.
Yeah.
They don't have to think they have to achieve big things. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Just
much.
always read a book, some books. Sometimes the advice comes always from the good books. Nowadays it's most of the things are like we are aloof and everything. So at least keep a habit of reading some books, and where you get an ideas and positive energy.
Correct.
So keep reading.
So true. Thank you so much, Shubha. Thank you for honoring us with coming on this interview, which I have started.
My pleasure, actually. Yeah.
You've been really good with your question answer round as well, and very spontaneous, I must say. So good luck, and keep continuing your great work, and good luck for your songwriting.
Thank you very much, and soon trying to see you in the 100.